Good day. My name is Travis Wally, and I'd like to tell you about some conflicts that I had to deal with, well, at least one that I had to deal with while working in the United States Army. So, we're going to go back a few years when I was a team chief, and we had a mission. The mission was we had to move a couple of vehicles in the motor pool. So, I had two soldiers. One would be ground guiding, the other one would be driving to move these vehicles. Now, they both had their ideas of how it should go. One wanted to move him fast and get it out of the way so he could be off for the rest of the day and have some more free time. The other one wanted to make sure he did it to standard, because if not doing it to standard, then guess what? They're going to be doing it again. So as the day goes on, they're trying to get it done and trying to come to an agreement, but they can't. It continues to cause friction within the platoon, within the section, and everybody around can notice the tension and see that they're mad at each other because they can't seem to come together and get it right. So me as the team chief, I went ahead and I took each soldier to the side. I took the first soldier to the side who wanted to do it quickly, and I allowed him to explain himself uninterruptedly and just let me know what his mindset was and what he was thinking. So he told me, hey, Sarge, I really wanted to get it done. It wasn't a really, really, really hard task. And if we do it fast, then we could have been done and either move on to the next object that we needed to do, or I could have been off for the rest of the day chilling. So I said, hey, I understand your point, and it's a valid point, because as young soldiers, who does nothing more than free time? So I got it. So I explained to him, sometimes when you go too fast, you miss something or you don't do it right, and then you have to come back and do it again. I said, but I'll come back and talk to you. Stand by. So I go talk to the other soldier, and he's letting me know. He's like, hey, Sarge, I have no problem with doing it fast, but I want to make sure we do it right, so we don't have to do it over and over and over again and have you mad, first sergeant mad, commander mad, because it doesn't look right when the colonel and the sergeant major come through. And I got his point. I said, I understand taking your time, wanting to get it done and get it out of the way the right way the first time, so you're not having to do it over again. Because if it's not dressed right, then guess what? We're going to have to do it over again. So after talking with him and letting him know I see his point, and letting him know that I talked to the other soldier, I brought them both together and allowed them to talk to each other and see that each other had valid points. However, they can work together if you allow it to, but having this tension within the group will